Howdy folks, and welcome back to The Last Plague, Blight. Sun is setting, but I was going to go ahead and kick off the burn here. I've got everything ready to go. And then we'll start fresh in the morning. That's the plan. How am I doing on a drink? I need to get a drink here, but if I go over here and look at the crucible furnace, I got my crucible made and fired, and I've got 80 units. I don't know, nuggets maybe. 80 units of small copper ore, and I've got 10 units of small tin ore, and that's going to give us 1,000, basically a liter of good quality bronze. And then we're going to pour that into the saw blade, and then I've got a bunch of little nail molds here. So this is just like that one-off video I made before I started the series. We're back at the Metal Age, and then anything past here is basically new for me. So you can see we've got our little quest down here, smelt at least 500 milliliters. So I'm going to go ahead and do a liter at a time and make some nails, because I can make a wheelbarrow with that. So anywho, do a shift click, put that in there. Do I need 4 hours? Oh no, it says 41 minutes. Look at your screen. Silly. You do 3? Nope. So if you shift drag, you can split off one. So let's put 3 in there. There we go. That should do it. Now we just need to get this thing ignited. And the wolves are definitely hanging around. Got 9 hours on that. I need to go grab some pine leaves. Then we'll grab some twigs. We get a little low on twigs. Need to be out gathering. Then we've got plenty to do tomorrow. 97% chance. Here we go. Alright, we got smoke coming out. It is doing stuff. So I'm going to put the charcoal back in here if I can get it to light up. Do that, and I can throw my flint back in here. So while the metal's heating, I may just do some miscellaneous stuff around camp. One thing I wanted to try, I did figure out the firewood thing. You can only put in so much at a time, kind of like I thought. So if I come here and I say, if I shift drag, can I grab just one? Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna grab one piece of firewood. And I should be able to add that. There we go. And it looks like the max is like 12 hours, something like that. So if I grab one more piece, again, just holding shift so I can split that. No, because they'd go over the 12 hours, so we can't quite put that in there yet. Let's see, I got the dried flowers, so you can put heat or dry. You can put stuff in here to heat it up or dry it out. So I dried that chamomile. I can grind that up. We'll just do some stuff here while I gotta wait for this to go, and then we're gonna pour it in there. We don't need tongs or anything like you do in Vintage Story, at least not at this point. So we'll just pick it up with our bare hands and pour out the liquid metal. I'll see you in a bit. I don't remember if I picked up this sandstone chunk on camera or not, but one thing I wanted to try, I saw on it can be used as a rudimentary sharpening stone. I saw that in the info. So if you click on a tool, like this is that forged steel axe, I got this in pretty bad shape. It says very worn. Right click and go to repair. You'll get this. And you can see we can make a grinding wheel eventually. But we can get it with the small sandstone chunks. Let's try that. Something to do while we wait. Oh, that's a lovely sound effect. If you've ever sharpened a knife. That sounds lovely. I'm a big fan of good sound design in games. There we go. Now it's good quality steel. Excellent. This will repair it up to 50%. I would assume the grinding wheel can do more. Neither one of these, my regular tools, needs it. There you go. We fixed that. Can we do that with the pickaxe? No, we can't repair that. It says worn. We have info, equip, craft with. Nope. I guess we just can't do anything with the pickaxe. That's fine. You wouldn't sharpen the pickaxe necessarily like you would a knife or something. I wanted to kind of explore what can we do with these bones. We can make bone meal or fertilizer. Okay. That way we could craft a fish hook or something. I don't know. Let's just checking. And we got a little bit of food left, but I also need some water. What's our water situation looking like? Here we go. Let's go ahead and drink that up. It's got just a few minutes left. That might actually be ready to go. I'm indeed full. That is basically empty, so I'm going to go ahead and get that out. We get a fresh batch going. I need to make a big water jug out of clay. That's on the agenda eventually. Got some trapped creatures over there. Let's go ahead and boil that. Alright, do we have some molten metal? I wanted to kind of do this in the morning time, but I was sitting here, it wasn't quite time to go to bed, and oh, I forgot to click smelt. I'm an idiot. I lit that and I forgot to click smelt. Wow. What a doofus. Yeah, I didn't click the button. Can I craft like tinder or something out of these? Saw handle. Oh, we're gonna need one of those. I'll also make a saw handle. Yeah, we can make twigs. Break into. Nice. We've got plenty of sticks, so we'll make some twigs. Yep, I just wasted that fuel. I forgot to click smelt. I want to get my flint back out of here. Oh, I thought I had a twig. I have a stick left. Okay, let's do this. Ignition source, small piece of flint. I don't have any fuel in there, right? I need three charcoal. That's the worst part, is I wasted that charcoal. Yep, you got to click boil, you got to click smelt. It's kind of counterintuitive that way. Once it gets up to temperature, click smelt. There we go. Oh boy. What are you gonna do? Might as well eat some fish and get some other fish. We don't have anything on the... Oh, we do have some stuff on the smoking rack. Might as well eat some fish, I suppose. Forgot to look and see how much hunger that gave us. A little bit. I'm really hoping the person comes by that left that note and they tell us how to cure this blight. No, chamomile did us good for health. I don't know that it does us any good for getting rid of the blight. We're up to 3.1 now, which is not great. It's not super. So let's put that in there. I know it's really dark on YouTube. Sorry about that. A little cold. I need to place... I'm must have toned down the leeches. I haven't got any leeches. Got 38 minutes left on that. So let's go to our smoke rack. I think it was the bass we decided to eat, wasn't it? Throw the trout back. He's not dead yet, so we might as well throw him back. Let's throw him over here. Maybe he won't swim back into the trap. Be free, Mr. Fish. I don't know if you can even see that. I can see it, but YouTube makes things super dark. So we'll let that run down, and I'll be back and try not to be stupid this time. Tell you what, this forged steel axe works nice. I've been using that instead of my hatchet. Now that we've sharpened it up with the sandstone, went and chopped up some stumps to get some scrap wood. Use that for fuel. I'm going to leave this stump here to use as a makeshift anvil, basically. This should be done. So we have this. I need to put that in my main hand, and then we can empty clay crucible into this glowing. That's nice. There we go, into saw blade mold. That's the first thing I want to do. Zoom in here, so maybe you can see a little better. It's even hard for me to see these laying in the grass. And that should be the last of bronze, I believe. Yep. There we go. Done and done. And this is 93% hardened already. Wow, that goes fast. Now it says hardening complete. Yeah, look at that. And I don't know if they're always 50% condition. Hey, we did a thing. Grab some nails. So we should have 50 nails. Looks like they stack by... this stuff should stack higher. Why can you only put 5 nails in a stack? Seems kind of silly. If we go to this and we say craft with, we should be able to make a saw. Bronze handsaw. There we go. Combine those. And then I had a comment to make a chisel. That's something I do plan on doing. I think we need that for the wheelbarrow. I did that in my initial playthrough. And there we go. We have our bronze saw. Nice. So I want to try to get that in the screenshot. It probably won't make a very good thumbnail. Oops. I know that's a river. But I'll have it as a screenshot at least. Alright, I'm going to check my fire. Yeah, it's only good for 8 hours. Let me grab some of this scrap wood. Let's see if we can add... Yeah, we can add that now. And then... Okay, so each one of these is like 14 minutes. That'll work. So add those to the fire. Oops. And then we can sleep through the night. Build a soaking basin. Yeah, that's the first part towards leatherworking. You estimate sunrise to be about 5 hours from now. So we worked a little bit into the night. Day 4. The blight continues to spread, and you'll notice there's a cloaked figure over here. Let's go see what the cloaked figure has to say. We finally meet. Who are you? I am Elric. I come from a sect called the Followers of the Divine Flame. We devote our time now to studying the blight and its origins. What do you know about the blight so far? Stuff. It does things. There's a prophecy. Manifestation of the Great Prophecy. It speaks of a time, yada, yada, yada. Standard fare, I don't believe. We'll play along. And the time has come now. Oh, there's a wolf chasing something. And he wants our help. Will you help us? Yes. And then there's some dangers in the swamp where he wants us to go. Certain mushrooms of a small therapeutic effect. Okay, I think that's the one that gets rid of the blight. I was thinking there was something. Couldn't remember for sure. Spotted red mushrooms. They're very poisonous on their own, but when boiled together with a piece of ginseng root and a bit of salt, the poisonous essence of the mushroom seems to be altered. Counteract the blight. Nice. And they have a camp in a small cave not too far from here. Meet me back there with whatever you find. I'll mark the location on your map. Okay, so we basically have to go explore the swamp and do some stuff in the swamp and then report back to them. Be quick, it says. But I want to do stuff. And then, as far as I know, they just stand there because that's what they did before. Enter a nearby swamp for necessary preparations. Okay. And he gave us some mushrooms. I have seen ginseng. I don't remember if I have picked up ginseng, but let's get our fire sorted out. So it doesn't go out while we're doing stuff. There we go. Did I pick up some ginseng root, or did I just pass it by? I might have just passed it by. Nope, there it is. Ginseng rootlets. And we need a little bit of salt. And we're at 3.1, I think. Yeah, 3.1 blight. Let's see if we can make a soup and get rid of the blight that way. Sort that. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. The book, I think, just burns, if I remember right. Okay, I need to grab some water. No, don't drink. Put that in my hand. Fill that up. To swap these, because this I can actually set on the ground. I'm still drinking. Place. Yes, place that there, please. Then I think I need to boil this first. We can do much with it. While that's boiling, let me run over here and check my rabbit trap. Keeping an eye out for wolves. No, it's just active rabbit snares. There's nothing in there. Also, I need to find a large piece of flint, I think somebody said, to make a chisel. The dead rabbit. Ah, large piece of flint. There we go. Another one here. Oh, Wolfie's coming this way. Run away! More ginseng. We'll grab that in case we don't have enough. Okay, you have boiled. We stack these in there. Ah, there we are. So we get we get watery. That means there's not enough ingredients. So let's try. You put all these in there? It's watery. Simple soup made is it's watery, which probably means I need more stuff. That's all the mushrooms you gave me, so let's try some more ginseng root. And then possibly some salt as well. So let me grab another stack of that. I want to click on the fire. Okay, maybe we need more salt. This is kind of an experimental process. Let me grab 20 to put that up to 60. Or sorry, 50. Okay, so it's flat. So do we need more salt? Okay, now it's hearty. So we're getting close here. Okay, there we go. So screenshot that and then boil. That should make us some soup that will hopefully lower our blight. I think that's how that works. All right, well that's going. Let's take a look at large piece of flint. I'm probably going to need a small stone. Oh, there's a very young tree. Look at that. Somewhere I clicked on it. Yeah, little sapling growing. I want to grab one of these to use as a hammer. So if I say craft with, I can make a flint chisel blade and a small piece of flint. Okay, and I have my small stone. And I can also make small pieces from the big piece. Flint spearhead. Let's make a chisel. There we go. And then I don't remember for sure how I use that. Let me drop this here. Info. Chisel blade. Can start fires consistently. Can chisel only wood. Okay, I think I need the wood in my hands. Chisel something. Let's test that theory. I've done some of this before, but I've forgotten how I did it. Craft with. Use the saw to make a paddle or a shovel. What if I do build with? No? Okay, I thought I needed a chisel for something. We'll figure that out eventually. Okay, now I have some hearty stew here. Spotted red mushroom soup. And it takes away minus 0.5 blight per minute. So let me say drink half of that. Wait, what were the other effects? Oh yeah, it takes away a little bit of health. But it gets rid of your blight. I remember that part now. And then we can drink the chamomile to get our health back, basically. So, let's drink half of that. Does a body good. And there goes our blight. I need a better, like, cooking setup with pots and whatnot. Because this bowl I can't take out and do stuff with. I can't set it down or anything. We will get some more clay stuff eventually. See, I don't have anything in there actually to fire. Let's go ahead and grab some of this. Remember how much I need. So we can do a soft clay bowl. I think that's what we made before. With the jug. Soft clay jar, soft clay jug. This, I'm sure, is going to need the larger. I remember the pot. Let's make the pot. I think it'll fit in the kiln that I have. One of the things we need to do is build a clay brick kiln, which is bigger, and you can fire bigger stuff in it than the little mud one that we made. But let's see if this will go in here. It will not. We need the bigger one for that as well. Okay, well, now we know. We'll just drop that down next to the kiln. It needs fired. This candle mold is done. We'll set it over here with the done stuff. So I think I'm going to have to go get some more clay. I went across over there last night and got a bunch of clay. I'm going to have to go find a lot more clay because I want to be able to make a jug. Just take all of that now. I know for sure I want to make one of these to hold water, so let's just go ahead and do that. There's a resource pan. I guess there's panning in the rivers. I've not done that. We have a watering jug for crops. Got some poultices. First, we need a bunch of soft clay bricks. Place a clay brick kiln. Pretty sure I'm going to need a brick for that. I'm sure this won't fit in there, but yeah. We'll drop that down. That's all the stuff we need to fire in the bigger kiln, and I don't think I had any bricks made. Nope, I did not. So I'm going to do a bunch of clay stuff. I'll probably do that between episodes. Get the clay brick kiln made. But let's take a look. Let's do some of our new nails to build a soaking basin. So if I bring up my build menu. Soaking basin. We need planks and some nails. Alright. As far as hammer or small stone to build. I'm going to put this right down here by the water because it uses a lot of water. From what I understand. Must be placed on flat ground. Alright, we got the nails we need. I need to make short planks. I'm guessing I can do that with a saw. I think I need a log to do that. Let's go for a yeah, small tree is fine. Got our big ol' axe. We're getting better at chopping trees. Timber. Right, gather up all the things. And I think if I chop this, I get a log. And then with the log, I think we'd use our saw, maybe? So if I switch to my saw... Oh, I don't like how it does that. Put that on... No, let's put that on one. There we go. I have to have it in my hands? I forget how this works. Craft with. I needed a short plank. There we go. Interact with materials placed on the ground. Okay, fine. Tried to do that. I have a saw in my hand. Oh, I need to do this kind of placement. Right. It's just like you're chopping firewood. Saw. There we go. I could get a better angle of that. Make a good thumbnail if I could get a better angle. Okay, we got some planks. Ta-da! Excellent. How many did I need? I should have probably paid a little more attention to that. I just need 2 more. Alright. We'll have that done. And we can start using our rabbit hides to make leather, I think. I've not done this process. I saw people do it in videos, so I know you can do it. I just don't remember the details. Wrong button. Alright, so we need to pick up the log and then set down the log. If you're holding a log, you just click and then you click again to place it. Alright, put out my hatchet. Axe. I'm gonna need a bunch of these to make a wheelbarrow too, so saw both of these. I think maybe I can interact with one of these with my chisel to make the wheel for the wheelbarrow. I don't remember for sure. We'll get it figured out. Alright, there we go. Equip hammer or small stone to build. At some point I should probably make a proper hammer. Small stone fell apart, because that's why. Now I have a pebble. Yeah, I need to make a proper hammer. Grab a couple of those. And actually, while we're here, we'll just put some stuff down. Oh, I already have a... I thought my twig stockpile was gone. Why are you only adding one at a time? Oh, because you're two... Yeah, right. That's why. It's full. Well, we'll make some more of these. There we go. Alright, that gets rid of that. Let's go ahead and put these down temporarily. Yeah, and I need to get more crates made. We're running out of space. Alright, build. Equip hammer, right. See if we can get this done with these two other rocks I got in my hand. I have another rock. Will he just switch to it? There we go. Cool. So we can put items in there to soak, and then I think we need salt, maybe? Treat at least one animal hide in the soaking basin. Build a tanning frame. Tanning frame. We need long sticks. 9 long, 4 short, and a bunch of cordage. Got it. You in there. See, while I've got this out. Craft with. Nope. There was something I could do. Make a wheelbarrow. I don't remember what it was. We'll look into that. Maybe next episode. We got a lot going on right now. Let me grab some long sticks. We needed 9 of those. Why will that... You can't transfer those because reasons. Like, was it like 4 of these? I've already forgotten. Memory of a goldfish sometimes. I think we needed 10 cordage. Alright, so we'll make this like our leatherworking area over here. So if we go to craft with, I want a tanning rack. No? Is it build with? There we go. Build a tanning rack. Tanning frame, sorry. I like how it's all wonky. We'll make it on somewhat level ground over here. We got a ghost frame. It's a lot of building. I assume with leather we can make like winter clothes and stuff. So we probably ought to get started on that before winter gets here. See any wolves out here. Let's go check our trap. Nope, it's just an active rabbit snare. Oh no, there is a rabbit in it. Gather. That's not going to be worth anything, is it? How do I pick up the rabbit? Rabbit running up there. Just mocking me. Sometimes when you control click, it doesn't do the control click action. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what's up with that. Is this rabbit... Oh, that rabbit's still there. Put this guy on the ground, and then... I think maybe he got eaten by Mr. Wolfie in my trap. I thought it would say one trapped creature or something like that. Maybe it only says that if the rabbit's still alive. It's a decaying rabbit. His hide's actually in a lot better shape. This one's about done, so we're going to drop it in the river. It's just got one little slither of health left. So we'll toss that in. That's not what I wanted to do. So ideally we'd want to fill this before we soaked. Also, I need to add water to it. I don't know if I need to add something besides water. Let's test that. Let me pick this up. We can drink what's left in it. This is where I'd probably want the large water jug, because I think it takes a lot to fill this up. Yeah, it's going to take 10 of these jugs to fill, or, yeah, 10 of these jugs to fill it up. So, I don't know if we need anything else other than water. I thought maybe we had to add bark or salt or something, but maybe not. So next on the agenda, I'm going to get the kiln, the clay brick kiln built. We can start getting some of this larger stuff fired. It'll make our life easier. And also want to build a wheelbarrow so we can go out, gather more things. It's kind of cool how it actually fills up the thing with water. Nice little detail. Made our first steps towards leatherworking. I like it. Once you build the saw, just like in Vintage Story, it really opens up the crafting. There we go. So we just need to top that off on occasion. And I'm going to go ahead and boil me up some more water, and I think I'll call that an episode. I need to put that in my offhand. Let me put that in there and boil that. And our blight is all gone. My health is a little low. So there is that. I want to make some other soup, but it's going to be tricky. Because you can't place the bowl down. That's the downside of the bowl, is it has to be equipped to hold what's in it. Don't necessarily want to waste that soup. But I don't know. Oh wait, I have glass bottles. Can I put the soup in a glass bottle? Yeah. How does this work? Oh, you have to take the cork out. Place. Drag and drop? No. Drag. I have to put this on the ground? There's gotta be a way to fill this up. Huh. Needs to be equipped to store liquids. Right, but I've got the... No? I feel really dumb. Like, how do I put stuff in it? Drink. Oh, fill. There it is. Glass bottle. Got it. I knew there was a way to do this. Then I can put the glass stopper on it, and then I can place it in storage. Ta-da! I are smart. So I need to make some of the chamomile tea. I don't remember how many of those I need to do that. I have a bunch of those. I don't know what we can do with pebbles. I'll just drop them on the ground for now. Some pine nuts. Beautiful. Alright, folks. I think that'll be an episode. We made some progress. We learned some things. I like it. We're not quite dead yet. I do need to get my health back. So I've got that to work on. Let's do place you back down. We just try to make some chamomile tea real quick as we exit the episode. Seems like I had to boil it first. Yeah, I think I have to boil it first. I thought I had 5 of those chamomiles. Am I blind? Not seeing it. Mud brick. Not sure what that's doing in there. Get that out. I could use a little bit of food, actually. Is that going to get my blight back up? It's got just a tiny, tiny bit. The old smoked bass meat. 0.1. I think we'll be okay. That looks like that's going to be the trick. We can use the mushroom soup. So I need some more mushrooms. And then we can use the chamomile tea to get our health back. Alright, so that is done. Yeah, now we can add the chamomile. They'll make a weak tea. Strong. There we go. So we'll boil that back up for a couple minutes. We're going to be good to go, but I need to go do a bunch more gathering. Ginseng, mushrooms, we need lots of stuff. And we need to start exploring around a little bit more too. But we will eventually need to head up to, it was up to the north, wasn't it? Yeah, the swamp is up here. By Gilramore. And then here is their cave. Looks like they marked it on there. Cool. Well, let me drink half of this. That should give us some health back. Right? Yeah, there we are. Got the healing effect. It does drain your energy, though. So it's always a trade-off. Get rid of blight at the cost of health. Get health back at the cost of energy. There's always some trade-offs there. Hope you enjoyed that episode. I'm really enjoying this game and exploring the new mechanics and learning stuff. Thanks for the comments. Learned a lot from the comments as well. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.